Here's a newsflash for you. You don't get paid when you ask. You get paid when they buy. On today's 5-minute sales training, Objections Mastery and how to understand the closing cycle. Welcome back, everyone, to another 5-minute sales training. Today, we're going to talk about Objections Mastery and how we understand the closing cycle. If you could click that like button, you're not doing anything right now anyway. You might as well. Hey, listen, in a tough market, there exists this natural tension. The buyer has a choice. And the natural byproduct of choice is that buyers want to take their time. The buying cycle gets longer. Where's the tension? Well, the more time they spend, the harder it is for them to make a decision. Long decision cycles are mentally grueling on our customers. And we don't want that, do we? We don't, right? Now, this comes down to a common presupposition, a belief that buyers tend to hold in a tough market. And namely, it's the presupposed idea that they don't buy on visit one.
Well, it's a first visit.
I get that many buyers might feel that way. But for the salesperson to believe that, well, that's criminal. Great salespeople absolutely believe that a buyer will purchase on visit one. And in fact, they structure the entire presentation to accommodate that thinking. Now, if you don't believe that they're going to buy on the first visit, that becomes a self-fulfilling concept, and the buyer won't let you down.
I expect nothing, and I'm still let down.
Let me put it this way. If you don't ask on visit one, you are already saying no for them. So this all starts with your belief, but it continues with your action. Are you committed to asking for the sale on visit one? See, great salespeople just find a way. But what if I told you that even that were not enough? And it's not. See, too many salespeople consider it a victory when they simply ask for the sale. Now, I agree that it's a behavioral victory, and in fact, you should be tracking that. But it's not a results victory, and that's what we're after. You don't get paid to ask, you get paid when they say yes. So you can't stop when you hear the no. Let's get into that.
We don't take no prisoners.
We don't take no for an answer.
Now let's start here. Why do customers say no? After all, think about where you are in the process. The sales discussion was going well enough for you to ask, right? Now they say no because there still exists some underlying objection, something that's not been dealt with yet, something's holding them back. And that's where you come into play. So how do you deal with an objection at the time of the close? I'm going to give you 5 steps to help you with that. Number 1, discover the objection. There should be an auto response to every objection you ever hear, ever. Don't assume that you understand what's holding that person back. Go to your auto response, which is some version of tell me more. The objection might not have anything to do with the home, the community, the price. It could be tactical or it could be emotional, but you need to expand. You need to know. Tell me more. All right, step number 2. Isolate the objection. You need to verify that this is the only thing standing in the way. So you can say to a customer, so other than that one issue, you're ready to move forward? Get used to asking that question. Step 3, overcome the objection. Now, I'm making that sound really simple, but of course, there's a whole art form here. I could talk about it all day, but I'm just going to give you one technique here to help you, and it's an advanced technique. Let the customer discover the solution. Ask them to solve their own problem. It would sound something like this. Let me just give you some perspective to help. If you had to move and this was the only home available, how might you make this work? You see, when customers solve their own problem, they tend to be more secure in that resolution.
I can't do this.
All right, step 4, close on the resolution. Confirm that the objection has been neutralized. It's really simple. Are we good on that particular issue? And then step 5, ask again for the sale. Remember, you don't get paid when you ask the first time. You get paid when they say yes. All right, so there you have it, a logical process to help you through those sticking points. But you got to practice that over and over again. Now, you can learn more about the closing cycle in my recently updated release of Tougher Market New Home Sales. It's a book I wrote back in 2007. It's been completely rewritten, and it's available today at shop.jeffshore.com. Thanks for joining us, everyone, and until next time, learn more to earn more.